Yo, it's your boy G. I wanted to make this video real quick. We are looking for partnerships. So if you're a previous guest, if you are a local business here in San Antonio, or honestly Texas in general, we're offering partnerships. We got different packages for y'all. So if you're a small business, if you're a small brand, all the way up to medium or large brands, do got packages for y'all. If you're looking to do partnerships on clothing, music, any type of products, there's gonna be email in this video description. Send us an email, give us a brief description on what you're actually trying to promote. Send us any links to your social media pages or any media kits that you have. We'll take a look at all that and then we'll email you back with the different packages that we have for your product or anything you want to promote. As always, I appreciate you. Season 5, episode 3. I think this is 112. The podcast starts right now. What up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Ginn Podcast. This is your host, Gilbert Sanchez. If you're new here, we're based out in San Antonio, Texas. What I like to do, what we like to do is interview people all around San Antonio, Texas. We got people from Houston. We had some people from Dallas. And we just go around interviewing people that are doing, man, we got entrepreneurs. We got bodybuilders. There was one time I interviewed a bodybuilder on here. Yeah, we just like to keep things authentic on here. If you're familiar with the brand, if you're familiar with the podcast, I appreciate y'all. Season 5 in full effect. Before we get into this, I just want to say I appreciate y'all. I released a solo podcast. I think it was a previous one. I'll link it somewhere here in this video. And got a lot of positive reactions. Just because, I say it all the time. This platform likes to be authentic. This platform loves to be vulnerable and just cry on camera and bullshit like that. And that's what we fucking do. But a lot of positive reactions just because of the shit I talked about. So if you've seen that episode, I appreciate you. But we'll get into this one, man. Man. Season 5, episode 3. But today's guest, not just an artist. He's a walking concept. A visionary that just doesn't drop music. He drops moments, man. The mind behind the visuals that make you stop scrolling, the energy, the comedy, the bars. It's all crafted by the most creative forces on the rise right now. Man, oh man. Khali the King, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. I first want to start off, man, I didn't think you were this tall.
Oh, really?
It always trips me out when I meet someone as tall as me or like similar height.
Nah, facts, bro. I get that a lot, too.
You're just a lot bigger.
I get that a lot, dog.
But it's not like a bad big. It's just like...
Yeah, you know, we in San Antonio. We in San Antonio.
That's hilarious. That's probably why.
Yeah, we in San Antonio, bro.
Dude, it's funny you bring that up because I'll tell just a random story real quick. I was a center for my high school basketball team.
Oh, okay.
So I was the same height I am right now, but you got, bro, I was sitting here a couple weeks ago. I remember one of our preseason games, we were playing... It was either Wagner or Warren, something with a W. And them motherfuckers were 6'5".
Yeah.
Got dunked on, I'm not gonna lie. And it was just one of those things, man, where I had to guard motherfuckers that were so much bigger than me. I was just like, this is terrible. Terrible. You have me, the highest, and then like a 5'2" guard.
Right, yeah.
So it was like, we all Mexican, man. We all Mexican.
What year did you graduate?
2013.
13?
Yeah, 13.
Okay, yeah, it might have been Warren, bro.
So we old as fuck.
Yeah, Warren was nice. I graduated 14, so I came the year right after that.
Yeah.
And I back home in Atlanta, I was like a 2 guard. So my height.
I'm not even going front, man. I wasn't nice.
You wasn't nice?
Nah, I wasn't nice up until like the end of like my junior year, because I didn't play my senior year, but the end of my junior year, that's when I actually started like, all right, this is something I want to do. And then the next year I didn't even play.
Ah, damn.
But yeah, I was just uncoordinated as fuck.
Yeah.
So I was just the biggest player there, but just
I was about to say, you can't be that in the post now.
Nah, hell no. Hell no. It took me a while to kind of, one, because I didn't give a fuck, and two, is just, I don't know, dude. I don't even think I liked it, to be honest with you. I just did it to get some girls, I think.
I feel, yeah. When you tall, you get that pressure anyway. You got to play something. You know what I'm saying? Play basketball.
I was the last person to pick on 21 or whatever.
Damn.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Probably was. I don't fucking remember. Well, shit, dog. Yeah, you mentioned a good part, and we're talking off camera. From Atlanta, we raised. I would say born in Atlanta as well. So
Yes, sir.
born and raised. If you don't mind me asking, man, what kind of brought you to San Antonio?
So my aunt, she retired military, came out here. She from Atlanta as well. And I was just, I don't know, I was just going through it back home, being from where I'm from, kind of get caught up doing bad stuff. So she kind of convinced me to come out to San Antonio so I wouldn't go down a bad path, and it ended up working. You know, some people
Yep.
it don't work out for it, but I'm glad it worked out for me.
You have some, if you still talk to them, or if you want to say, but you have some friends that are still back home that are
Oh, yeah.
like pieces of shit.
Not pieces of shit. Damn.
Nah.
Honestly, yeah, I probably don't keep up with the ones
just
who ain't got nothing going for them. But the ones who do, they know who they are. I be in contact when I can. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, if you're from Atlanta and in this inner circle, or just like knew him from far, that's my bad. I didn't mean to call you a piece of shit. That's my bad for real. But, dude, I went to Atlanta for Davis fight, Gervonta Davis, when he fought Mario
Okay.
Barrios in 21. Dog, so many fucking people in State Farm Arena,
Oh yeah.
just like packed. But it's not only black people. There's actually like there was a couple fucking Asians there.
Yeah.
There's like it's all diverse. I
Yeah,
feel like
it's very diverse now. I think I just saw a post talking about how about it's not majority black anymore,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
yeah.
But yeah, growing up, yeah, all my teachers were black. I went to mainly black schools. I probably went to a couple of white schools in between. But yeah, it's real diverse. It reminds me of I lived in Houston a lot too,
Okay, yeah.
and Houston's very diverse. That's why maybe why I love Houston so much, because it reminded me of back home. But yeah, we got them all, man. Especially on the South Side, we used to have the Asian folks that be talking like they hood and stuff. It was crazy, bro.
So I used to sell vehicles, and there was a person. There's a point in time where I sold a vehicle to an Asian person, but he spent for his job. He spent, I want to say, he said like 3 to 5 years in Brazil. So he picked up Portuguese and Spanish.
Oh man.
So he was fucking. I want to say he was either Japanese or Chinese, but he knew like 4 or 5 languages. Like it was for sure. English, Spanish, and Portuguese, and then his native language, I guess.
That's fire.
Yeah, and I was like, "Holy fuck, that is insane."
Yeah, I wish I could do stuff like that. I gotta tap in.
I think about it, and there's a lot of people outside the United States that speak like that are trilingual.
Yeah, man.
And it's like, man, what the fuck are we doing over
Yeah,
here?
bro, we lazy.
We
lazy over here.
For sure. You mentioned white schools. How the fuck was that? Was that different? Because being from Atlanta, I mean, I'm assuming you went to a black school before and then jumped into the white school.
Yeah, it was a point in time where I went to it's this county called Henry County. We go by counties in Atlanta mainly. So in Henry County, I moved out there, and it's kind of like in the super suburbs. So it was like a bunch of cows and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, okay.
Chickens and all that, but they real country out there. And I went out there for like a year or some change, and it was cool, but I feel like I never got into that phase of when people would wear like Sperry's with the elite socks and stuff like that. That's all they used to wear, bro. Stuff like that. I never was into that, maybe because I'm from the city and all that.
Yeah.
But I heard a couple people out here used to do it too. I just was never into that, and I was like, "This is that country ass," But that was only for a little bit, and then I came out here. Warren, I went to Warren.
Okay.
Warren.
So you're right there off of in that area that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, Warren. It ain't white, but it was kind of like a similar vibe, I guess. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a lot of black folks there.
Yeah.
So I mean, every time I saw somebody, I was like, "What's up?" Like, what's going on with you, bro?
Yeah, for sure. A shit ton of Mexicans here. I'm not gonna lie.
I love San Antonio, man. I really love San Antonio.
Shit, me too. I think if I would ever go anywhere, I'll sound her because we always debate about it. I don't know if I would ever move to Houston. For sure, would move to Dallas, and then of course San Antonio. I don't think I would ever move it anywhere outside of Texas.
Yeah,
but I say that, and I've never lived anywhere else other than San Antonio,
right?
Or Corpus. I'm from Corpus, but
Corpus. Okay.
so I'm like, man, Maybe if I ever get to experience something outside of Texas, it
Nah,
might
facts.
be worth it. But I
It's a,
don't know.
it's a whole world out here. Honestly, I went to Seattle for my birthday last year, and that was the best trip I probably could have ever taken. And
Yeah.
the cost of living out there is crazy, so I don't know if I would ever move out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I definitely want to go back and just like stay for like a couple months or something, bro.
It's cool. I think when I first started traveling, it's cool to get out just because you just see people that are different. People talk different. There's a lot of new
Hmm.
places. There's a lot of food. That's a huge thing that
Facts.
I fucking like. There's a lot of things you're not used to, right? When from wherever you're from.
Yeah, man.
When I went to Seattle, this was fuck, dude. This was in COVID. This was 2020, like August of 2020. So there was like we were wearing masks and
Mm.
all types of bullshit. But yeah, dog, I fucking loved it. We went to. Did you go like sightseeing or anything?
Oh yeah, I did, man. I don't know if y'all heard of like Snoqualmie Falls. It's
Nah.
like this big waterfall, dog. It's kind of like probably 20 minutes away from the city. It's so beautiful,
Yeah.
man. Like I'm gonna have to show you pictures whenever we end this. But that Pike Marketplace, you went there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Did they have like that hallway full of gum?
Nah,
Like chewed up gum?
I
That
don't
shit is
fucking
so nasty,
I
bro.
don't fucking remember
That
that.
shit is so nasty. It's like chewed up gum
Yeah.
all on the wall, like the whole alley, bro. That shit is
I think
disgusting.
the only thing I remember that's like viral or that most people know about is just that public market.
Hmm.
Um, and they have like fish out
Yeah,
and then they
and they
fucking
throwing the
yeah,
fishes
they
and
throwing the
shit.
fish. I
Yeah.
think that's the only thing I saw. I mean, I went to I don't know what their tower is called there. I forgot what it's fucking called.
Uh, I
I
know. Yeah,
I,
it's slipping my mind right
I
now.
went to that. I
Hmm.
went to Mount Rainier, so that was a little bit out of the
Oh,
ways.
okay, okay.
That was pretty fucking cool though, because I guess that one, man. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you know, but it might be an active volcano in Mount Rainier. I'm not too sure though. I don't remember if it.
I'm not sure, but I wouldn't doubt it.
Let me see. I'm gonna Google this shit right now.
I would say I wouldn't doubt it. And I love nature, man. Like,
For real, yeah.
bro, I love nature. I don't know when it started, maybe around like 2020 or something like that, but I
Yeah,
prefer going to them types of places over like Miami and shit, bro. Like,
yeah.
where the
That
trees at,
okay.
bro? Like,
That's cool.
where the water at? I need that, bro.
I used to be the opposite, but then maybe it's I don't know. Maybe it comes with age because I'm like
Hmm.
that too now. Like I just want to go somewhere
Nah, facts,
and
bro.
get out of the fucking city and just chill. Right.
Facts, bro. Get a cabin or something.
That's what we actually did, man. We went to Utah in December and
Oh, Utah?
yeah,
Yeah, that's
we
on my list.
we talk go please, bro. It is beautiful, beautiful,
On my list for
beautiful.
sure.
Uh, but we stayed near like BYU, so it's called Provo, and it's like 15 minutes out in the mountains. So we stayed in the mountains,
Yeah.
in a cabin, and fucking by far one of the best trips I've ever had. And it was just secluded, bro. I mean, there was houses around, so it was
Yeah.
not really secluded, but living like that, I
Nah,
think would
bro.
probably be fucking so dope.
And what I'm telling you, bro, just a couple months, that's all I need out of that, bro.
Save up, dog. Do your
Yeah.
thing. Save up. Shit, man. Let me ask you one of these questions because I don't want to feel like a waste on this. Obviously, you make music.
Mhm.
When did the whole music thing kind of set for you? Were you making music in Atlanta? Did you start making music when you came to Texas? Where did that actually start?
So when I was in high school, I used to like write verses for people occasionally that just, wanted to make music.
Yeah, yeah.
So they'd come to me, I charge them like $20. You know what I'm saying? I write you a verse.
Young label.
Yeah, so that's how I started. Is my parents, they were like real Christian. So I wasn't really allowed to listen to secular music in their presence and stuff like that.
So don't know that word, secular.
Secular, pretty much like worldly, like music that has like, I don't know, just sinning. You know
Oh,
what I'm
okay, okay,
saying?
okay.
That's not godly. So um
Interesting.
I wasn't allowed to really listen to that around them or I would get in trouble.
Yeah.
So I would go to my aunt's house, the one that moved out here. I would go to her house when she used to live in Stone Mountain. They'd drop me off and I just be blasting Lil Wayne or like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
I
yeah.
just listen to whatever I wanted to listen to. So that's kind of how it started. I wanted to be kind of like similar to Lil Wayne with the metaphors and all that. So I would write them and I was just like, hey, this will sound good with this, blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
like, we finna go to Ashanti for this, that, and the third. Um, so then I got here, I was hooping at Warren, and then I went off to college. Still wasn't really into making music, but my my grandy had passed. My grandma, she passed away. Pretty. What was that? 2013. Yeah, November 2013. So it was right before I went out to college, and I was listening to like Logic. I don't even really listen to him that much anymore because I'm not. I love Logic, but I'm not a fan of his new stuff. But I was listening to the Under Pressure album, whatever. And I was like, bro, this album is so hard. And he talking about like stuff that I can really relate to. Like it sounded
Yeah.
like he was talking about my life a little bit. So I was like, man, I wanna make somebody feel like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's when I got into really like trying to rap,
Yeah.
That was 2016. It was just a hobby, 2016. By 2019, that's when I really was like, all right, like I'm really doing this.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
When did you realize man, I was just saying, when did you actually realize you were fucking cold? Or you're like, you're that motherfucker.
Um, there's this song. I've always felt like that, but I knew I was cold when I don't know if you're familiar with my producer Duvin, but
Yeah. I know he's familiar.
he dropped a tape and we got a song on there called Home Invasion. And we dropped that song but like I couldn't stop listening to it, bro. Like I listened to it probably like 500 times before it dropped and I was just like I really did that. Like I
Yeah.
really did that. So if you haven't heard Home Invasion, go listen to Home Invasion.
You I don't know. I'm gonna be unfamiliar with this part right here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and ask
Yeah.
it. But there was something on Twitter or X that caught my eye, and I think you retweeted it, and I was like, "Holy shit!" So Dreamville actually posted a video of you.
Yeah.
Is that something? Did you post that video? Did you send it to them? Like, how did that even come about?
Uh, honestly, it's all promo, bro. Like, I mean, everybody don't get on there, but
Yeah, that's what that's what I was just about to say.
yeah, everybody don't get on there. But I submitted my video to them just to see,
Yeah,
just check the water, and they was like, "This is hard. Like, we're gonna post it." So
yeah,
they posted. It's not the official Dreamville, but it's like all Dreamville related stuff, and there's so many people that I don't know, just like bigger rappers and just other stuff, blogs and stuff that follow them. So I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a good look." So they ended up
damn.
posting me.
Not to get off the fact that it wasn't actually Dreamville,
Yeah,
but there's still a lot of eyes that can go
yeah,
to it.
nah,
So that's
facts.
that's definitely dope.
Facts.
That's why I asked because I was like, nah, this is something else.
Yeah.
And I was looking through that, and just like you said earlier, I mean, there's a lot of artists out there that probably submitted that video and just
hmm
they're just not it, man. They're
Nah.
just not it.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It takes some work. But I knew it helped because I did it on like a cold beat.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I knew that would get their attention. And then from there I was just like, well, I'm gonna just let the rapping speak for itself. And that's what happened. They were just like, hey, this is legit.
Yeah.
And they got a hell of followers. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
You mentioned Lil Wayne earlier. What other influences, I mean, growing up, what other people you listen to? Not necessarily, I mean, you can if you want to, but maybe influence the music, maybe just influenced you just I mean, make music. What would you
Mm.
say other than Lil Wayne that you mentioned?
Um, so coming from Atlanta, man, like I'm blessed to say I grew up in Atlanta the time I did because it's not the same anymore. With all due respect, I just feel like a lot of people that live there now aren't really from there, and it's kind of I don't know. It's just changed the whole vibe of the city. But growing up, man, like being able to watch Michael Vick and like
Yeah,
waking up the next day and you listening to Outkast, you know what I'm
that
saying?
was crazy.
Outkast at they high as they peak.
Yeah.
And then you got, you know what I'm saying, Lil Jon, Usher, man, Jeezy, Gucci, all these folks that's like in their prime. And you get to wake up and listen to that every day because that's what your radio player, whenever I was away from my parents with the secular music and stuff like that. But I just feel like Atlanta just made a big impression on me. Um, no matter where I go, I can be gone for 500 years and I'm gonna still say I'm from Atlanta, bro. Like, cause that's just that's what I represent, and that's
Yeah.
just my lingo. Is how I carry myself. I just feel like just Atlanta in general. That's what really influenced me. And then like honestly, I started listening to Drake like when he was an actor, like very early because of Lil Wayne.
Yep.
So I was on Drake early. Pause, but
Tough
yeah,
shit. Tough shit.
man. That's that's my goat. I don't care what nobody say. That's my goat.
You man, talking about Drake, I remember the first time hearing Drake. I was man, I'm trying to figure out the year. I know where I was, but it was eighth grade, so this must have been '08.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna give it '09 because I don't think '08 was. But I was in my computer class, and one of my buddies was like, "Yo, so and so sent me this or told me to look this up, check this out," and it was fucking best I ever had
Yeah.
music video on YouTube on the computer class,
All right.
computer screen, and I was like, "Yo, this is crazy." That whole summer, I fucking went backlog. Went to I didn't at that point in time I didn't even know what album it was on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wasn't really tapped into the music, but that got me into like Sooner Than Later, and then he started doing all his promo and the run for Thank Me Later, and
Yeah.
then yeah, after that it was just pop
Yeah,
off.
man.
But fuck, I vividly remember that. I remember who was next to me and everything. Like it's crazy. But yeah, how do you? I mean, I want to ask you this because in my eyes, you're definitely levels above the normal average person that makes music, right?
I appreciate it.
What's your opinion on the whole Drake and Kendrick beef? Were you fucking with Drake? Did you think that Kendrick like what was your whole thing on that? Or who won in your opinion?
Uh, I feel like from a from a fan perspective, I was kind of hurt because I was like, damn, like I love Kendrick too.
Yeah.
Like I was on Kendrick early too, so it was kind of like you can't go wrong with either. I feel like when it comes to me as an artist, I'm gonna say Kendrick won. Um, but I also understand. There's a lot of people that probably won't understand. I also understand how he is doing the lawsuit thing. Drake is doing the lawsuit thing because I mean, you can't just
Yeah.
call somebody that and then this is probably the biggest artist, like the biggest rapper in the game, and I'm pretty sure he's probably lost out on
Yeah.
several deals because of that. And if there's no proof, like I mean, you're just throwing out allegations, and you a big rapper yourself, so somebody gotta pay for that. And
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure he's not really mad at Kendrick. He's more mad at Universal for kind of like pushing the stuff that they're pushing and stuff like that. So I mean, I wouldn't do it personally,
Yeah.
you know, but I mean, I can understand it, like especially when you're missing out on that type of money, and that's just a realm I'm not,
Yeah.
at yet. So it is what
I,
it is.
I agree with you, man. Like I think, bro, they're talking about how him and like Millie Bobby Brown, the Stranger Things girl,
Yeah,
had some
bro.
bullshit. I was like, dog, this is crazy. It,
Yeah.
it was dope as fuck happening. And I want to say this because I think I was talking to her because I listen to Kendrick a lot more now, and I've known about Kendrick. I want to say like early, like I want to 2013. Nah, I'm not gonna say 2013. I want to say like 2015.
Mhm.
I knew about Kendrick, and that's when I kind of was familiar with him. Never really listened to him, and then this beef honestly got me to listen to
Really?
him. Yeah,
Okay.
because I knew about him, but it just the music wasn't there for me at least. And then once he started making the disses, and then his album after that,
Mhm.
like I listened to Whacked Out Murals
Yeah.
pretty much. I want to say maybe every single morning, like every
That's
other
hard.
morning, and
That's
that's
hard. That is a morning song too.
well, I do it because I work out, so that would kind of gets me
Yeah.
in the mood or kind of just gets me going.
That's
But
a motivating song.
yeah, dog. Like I would never. I didn't think I was gonna ever listen to Kendrick. I
Nah.
didn't know his game like that, but once
No.
he, yeah, dog. Like that's why I didn't listen to him,
Yeah.
and it just wasn't motivating to me to go look up Kendrick just
No, I
because
feel you.
all his all his radio songs, because
Mhm.
that's what I was familiar with, wasn't for me. And then
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad it's changed now. So
Yeah, I'm a To Pimp a Butterfly type of guy. Like I love
yeah.
that album front to back. But I feel that I get it.
What I had a guest on a couple weeks ago that he was supposed to win a Grammy, but Macklemore won it. Was it that album or the one?
Good Kid, Mad City.
Okay, it was probably that one, right?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
That was a
That
that
was,
was a crazy Grammy thing too, because not only did Kendrick, what I'm saying, a Good Kid, Mad City, but it was like I think Drake was in there.
Mhm.
I think Jay-Z was in there. It was somebody else crazy. It might have been Kanye. I don't know, but it was like a crazy series of albums and then this Macklemore album. And I was like, damn, bro. I honestly I still haven't listened to that album to even go like try to hate
Yeah.
on it or something like that. I mean, he won, but that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, you think about it now, like I mean, for both of us, because we're around the same age, you think about it now and just looking back, it's like, fuck, those are really goats. And my
Bro.
like all those fucking lineups that you just mentioned right now. But at the time, it's like
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah.
any other artist on the radio, right?
Yeah. That's
Insane,
crazy.
man. Life moves fast. We getting old, dog.
Nah, for real. Yeah, bro,
uh,
for real.
I want to switch gears, man, because this is something I think I started to realize just recently. I want to say within the last 6 months, because I've seen some of your shit on Instagram. I've seen some of your shit on TikTok too. I
Mhm.
think it might have been TikTok. But Bussinbreakfast.
Right.
When did you actually start that? When did that come into an actual thing?
So my aunt, she started off at this food hall. It's called LeBron Street Food Hall. So it's not that far from here actually, but it's pretty much just like a bunch of commercial kitchens.
Okay.
You go to
Okay.
the location or you can do like DoorDash or something. Go to the screen. It's a bunch of different restaurants. Pick whatever you want, pick the items you want, and then they'll say like wait like 15 minutes or something like that. Put it in this locker, you get the food, dip. It's only
Oh,
like 2 tables outside.
okay. Okay.
But that's how she started off. So I was in Houston at the time, but I would come back and forth, to do shows and all that. And I seen what she was doing and I would go support. I would go like, try to take pictures and stuff and help her on the social media side. And then business was doing pretty well. Like she had a bunch of DoorDash orders over there. And I was like, it would be people that would come and try to like sit down, but it was only like 2 tables outside. So I was like, some point we're gonna need like, somewhere for people to really sit inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what, you know, I guess started off the whole Bussinbreakfast thing where we went to Almost Park and it just took off from there. So I mean it's been a crazy experience because I had never been in like the restaurant business before at all, just even as a teenager and stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how much work went into it, and this, that, and the third. So I was kind of learning on the fly just how to run a restaurant. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It was crazy. It was a crazy transition, especially from I'm just full of music, and then
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, let's open a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Let me run a restaurant. So it'd be people that would come in there just to see like if Khali's there. You know what
Oh,
I'm
just to
saying?
see.
It was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I remember. No, this is crazy. It's not that off track, but I remember. I think it was in December last year. This dude came with his friends. It was probably like a party of like 6 or something like that. So I go out there. I would take like orders and stuff, and I'm talking to the dude, and he starts like looking at me crazy, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, he good, you know what I'm saying? But I'm taking orders still, blah blah blah. And then he was just like, "Hey, you Khali, ain't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, what's going on with you?" Blah blah blah. I'm
Yeah.
thinking like he from here or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just recognize me. This dude's from Atlanta, and
Oh
like
shit.
I didn't know him. Well, I haven't met him in person ever, but he got put onto my music like in college from some other person that knows me.
Hmm.
And he was just like, bro, like I did not know, what I'm saying, this was your spot. Like it was so crazy.
Yeah.
It was just a surreal moment. And I'll never forget that moment. We took a picture together and everything. Like
Damn.
it was cool.
Yeah. I was gonna you mentioned it, man, but man, I wish I knew the percentage. But I guess starting a business, there's a certain amount of percentages that business fell within. I want to say like a year or two.
Facts.
So starting that or getting into that, that's huge, bro. That's
Nah,
huge. I couldn't even imagine the stress that puts you in, man.
stress.
Yeah, bro. I couldn't even imagine. So I wanted to talk about that because I think that puts into perspective a lot of things. Because stress is a huge one. I feel like there's got to be a lot of fucking communication skills that go on with that.
Yeah,
Not
man.
only talking to your employees, but I'm assuming talking to customers.
Mm-hmm.
I said that backwards. Not only talking to customers, but I'm assuming talking to your employees as well,
Yeah.
because everybody's different, right? So
Right.
I think that's huge, and just that point of businesses fail, right? So
Man.
I think going into the actual business space is you got to do that, and then on top of that, you got to compete with other people that are already in the space already. So
Exactly, bro.
spots that are already kind of have their clientele or people know
Mhm.
about it or it's in their location, like stuff like that. Like, man, I couldn't imagine.
You
Shout out to you, dog. That's
I f
crazy.
I feel like, it's so similar to the music game though, honestly, like, you just gotta kinda be different. You just gotta be good at what you do,
Yeah.
and, 'cause, I mean, yeah, we do breakfast and all that, but I feel like one reason that I knew it was gonna work pretty well is because, I mean, we from Atlanta, like I said, there's no Waffle House here. And
Okay. Yeah.
my
Yeah.
aunt, that's kind of her secret. Like she used to run a couple Waffle Houses when I was a little kid, like 4 years old. So I remember if my mom would drop me off sometimes and she had something to do, and my aunt would be at work at Waffle House, and I'm just sitting there, in the back or something like that, while she cooking it up, taking orders and stuff like that. I remember that. So like we know our stuff is kind of similar, but the fact is like there aren't any here,
Yeah.
and this is probably gonna be the closest thing you're gonna get to it, and it's better. I ain't even gonna lie, it's better because we make our stuff with love. So it's kind of, I don't know. Like I feel like it was just a perfect mixture of stuff that we had to, have going on for it to work. And it's working pretty well. And then we get, good reviews and stuff like that. So a lot of people see the good reviews, and I want to try it, to see if it's the same experience for them, or,
Yeah.
might be bad for them or something like that, that experience. But, some people just want to try just to see,
You
so it's
got
pretty cool.
two locations or is it one? I tripping.
One right
One?
now.
Okay.
We had two. We left Almost Park. They were playing with us, man. Long story, bro. They were,
I think that's why I said two, because I remember I want to I don't know where I saw it, but I remember you talking about it.
yeah,
Something had
man.
happened.
Yeah, they was wilding on us, man. But we are in the process of like buying a building.
Okay.
We're either gonna buy some land and build something on it, or we're gonna buy our own building and just go from there. So we just own everything we got instead of just renting. Like renting is cool, but I feel like we were doing everything someone um does if they own that building, Like we're fixing everything. Why?
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
I
Like
see.
our AC go out or something like that. We the ones who gotta fix it. Why not just own our own building and fix,
Damn, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Right. And we paying crazy amount in rent. Like it was just crazy. It was just crazy stuff we had to go through. So we learned our lesson and we're just like, I feel like owning it outright would just be best,
Wait, okay.
bro.
This is tripping me out, dog. So I've always thought like leasing, because I'm assuming it's a lease, right?
Yeah.
I always thought it was similar to an apartment, right? So you have like somebody that comes in and does maintenance and shit.
You would think so. I feel like
That's
certain
wild.
places they probably do that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I guess in the fine print and all our stuff, or however they just wanted to,
Yeah.
run their building, we had to fix everything. You
That's
know what I'm
crazy.
saying? So
Yeah.
whenever anything broke, shit was on us. You know what I'm saying? That rent still had to be paid. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
I can a machine that you use. I'm
mhm.
assuming you either bought it or something like that, or is there any machines that come with the place, like
uh,
a fridge or something?
nope,
Nope.
nope,
Damn. Okay.
nothing. We just got the little gas lines. We brought all the pieces of equipment in there.
That's still crazy though, because let's just say your AC goes out.
Bro,
That's
it did go out. It went out several times,
that's wild, dude.
and
I'm tripping
we
out.
we made complaints, not complaints, but we let them know like, hey, this is going on. Y'all gotta,
Yeah.
check it out. Like y'all gotta do it yourself. I remember one time our hot water heater broke or something like that, and it like flooded. It like flooded. It was
Damn.
during business hours too. Like it flooded down the hallway, and I'm just looking like, is this water? Like, where's
Yeah.
this coming from? So I go look, find out where it's coming from and all that, and like we had to buy our own because I think the next day was Sunday, and Sundays were normally our busiest days. So it was like either we buy one, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and fix it up right now so we ready for tomorrow, or we just gotta close and miss out on hella money. So hey, we got we gotta do what we gotta do. But
Yeah.
stuff like that happen all the time, bro. So we just like, why not just own it,
Mhm. Nah,
So
that's smart.
mm-hmm.
Might be the way to go, bro.
Nah, fact, it is.
It might
It
be the way to
is.
go. Shit.
Never again, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a good thing about it, right? I guess you just
I don't know,
you
fact,
learn.
bro. Yeah,
Because
it's all a learning process.
yeah. Because for me, man, I think that would have been the same way. I think I would have started out that way. Because I'm assuming you like take out a loan and then buy the spot, or I mean,
Right.
however y'all's funds are. But That's probably like the most convenient way.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, makes sense.
Right.
Shit. Hopefully that happens, man. I'm hopefully in maybe a year or whenever you plan on doing it. Hopefully I fucking see it because that's always fucking dope.
Oh yeah, yeah. You gotta come try us out, man.
Man, once I saw it, I was like, me and her fucking love Waffle House.
Really?
Like I'm talking about love.
Yeah, man.
And chicken and waffles goes hard too. We fucking eat that shit all the time. We've been on a
love our chicken, man.
We've been on a diet for like 2 months. So
y'all doing like straight vegan?
Nah, hell
okay,
nah.
Okay.
I say I go like this diet because like we eat mostly whole foods, but for the past like 2 weeks we've just been going on a downhill.
Yeah.
And I mean it is what it is, but I think it's that point where we just kind of it's time to get back into the food game. Go eat some
whenever
good.
Your cheat day. Come on, blessing.
Shit, cheat day is fucking every day, dog. Damn near. Shit, dude. I wanted to get back into the music, man, because right now in my opinion, there's not a lot of people that are making music that are solely based off lyrics. And I think I've always been attracted to lyrics. I think most of the music that I've always listened to just being very, very lyrical. Right. Nowadays it's been very punchy. But that's your music. And I think that's what caught my eye with your music. Just because nowadays, bro, not even San Antonio, I guess just in general, right? The attention span of somebody is just like, I think that's why, in my opinion, I think that's why they're making that punchy music, that music that can just be here today, not here by the summer type shit. And your music ain't like that. It's fully, in my opinion, fully lyrical. Was that always something that you just wanted your music to be, or was that something you just kind of created throughout the whole process?
I feel like I've always wanted it to be lyrical. I feel like lyricism, a lot of people, they associate lyricism with just like woke, like rapping and just complex Eminem type bars and stuff like that. Yeah. And I realized, because I used to want to be like one of them fast rappers, like Logic, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Just, nah, bro. I think after like a year of doing that, like when I first made it my hobby, I was like, bro, I don't want to do this no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired of scaring the hoes. I'm not scared. So I don't know. I just started listening to more artists that, you know, I could draw inspiration from. And you'll be surprised how many artists are really, I find lyrical, I guess, that probably a lot of people won't find lyrical. They'll probably just think, oh, he just saying some shit. But like, like Kodak.
Oh shit, okay.
Kodak is very lyrical to me, bro. Like occasionally, as of late, I haven't really listened to his stuff. But like his older, when he was younger, like he was real lyrical. It just doesn't seem that way to like the average person. But if you really listen to his lyrics, bro, you be like, you really speaking some shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm laughing because this is so sidetracked, dog. I just seen a video of him either today or yesterday. He was, I think it says San Antonio Resort, but they had posted a video of him fucking, I don't know if you've seen it. Nah. But he was basically like in his boxers or like, and he had a samurai sword.
He was out here?
He was out here. It says San Antonio, this is a resort. Fuck. I don't know if it's the Lock and Terror one or the.
Oh, that's crazy.
But it said San Antonio.
Marriott or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. But he was like, it's damn near in the front. Yeah. And he had boxers and samurai sword. Fucking. I'm gonna bring it up, dog. Yeah, but
he been going outside.
That's crazy. But, see, I'm right there with you, man. I wouldn't think that he would be a lyricist.
Yeah, I find lyricism in a lot of stuff, but I just wanted to make it easier to digest, I guess. Not dumb it down per se, but I just feel like you can be lyrical without being too lyrical, you know? Yeah. So that's kind of what I aim for now. I feel like beat selection is very important too. Like I love, Duvin will probably tell you, he'll send me a pack of like 20 beats and I'll probably pick like one or two of them out of them 20 just because I'm like, nah, I like this one right here. That's all I want. Like, it ain't really, I've never been the type of person to really just jump on anything I hear or have a bunch of throwaway tracks and all that. Like, I like what I like, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah. I might switch up the flow every now and then, you know. I do switch up the flow every now and then, but I feel like lyricism has always been a big thing, but just like I said, I'd like to make it digestible now.
So would you say you don't create as much music as most people or most artists?
As of late, hell no, not at
Yeah.
all. But I feel like let's say I drop a 10-song album,
Yep.
I probably made like 15 songs for it. And they were probably 15 songs that I really liked. And then 10 of those, I was like, nah, I really, really like these.
Makes sense.
Like, I'd never been the type of person that, let's go make 80 songs
Yeah.
and, you know what I'm saying, just say some bullshit or something like that and then pick out of that. Nah, I kind of, I treat my songs like paintings, I guess, if that makes sense. And I heard Vince Staples say that one time, how, like, you know, we sell our art for like $10, $9.99, you know, an album. But these people, these artists, they can sell a painting for $20,000, and our albums are like pretty much the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You just put your album on the wall, sell it for
Yeah.
$20,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So I kind of treat my shit like paintings for real.
Makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
Do you feel like that works out better for you than like how does it work out better for you? Because the only reason why I'm asking, because I think I want to say is like Chris Brown. I saw one time in an interview. He had like I'm throwing a number out there. I want to say it was like close to like 30,000 songs in a
Yeah.
vote. And you think about it, it's like fuck, dude. Like all that creativity is in there,
hmm
but then you come down to fucking I don't know 20 songs
hmm
that you're making.
Yeah, I feel like it's a he can do that because I mean that's all he does. You know what I'm saying? It's just make music
That's true.
and that's it. But I guess since I have like other things going on for me, I kind of gotta manage my time. So I probably won't even go to the studio if I don't have like. Sometimes if I go to my guy Sage, we'll make songs on the spot and stuff like that. But when it comes to like Duvin and stuff, he'll send me the beats. I'll think out the lines. I'm writing them out, stuff like that. If I don't like it, I might erase some stuff. Probably take me like a week
Mhm.
to come up with probably like quite a few songs, and then we go to the studio and knock them things out quick.
Yeah,
Knock them things out in probably like 2 hours, and then I'm on to my next journey.
yeah, yeah.
So,
I wanted to right now some artists you're listening to either local or outside of San Antonio, Texas.
mhm.
Who would you say you listen to?
Lately, I've been listening to this guy named Suave Heavy. I listen to him heavy. He just dropped the album not that long ago. He is cold, bro. He from Atlanta.
Suave.
Suave, Ben Riley. He live in Atlanta. I think he's from New York or something like that. But here, I like my dog Arize. I don't know if you're familiar with Arize music. But he's very good. I've been knowing him for years now. He was like 17 when we met. I'm like a couple years older than him, but he just came to me because he just enjoyed my music so much. Wanted advice, and we talk. We don't talk as much lately, but I still enjoy his music a lot.
Yep.
I'm probably gonna send him something soon too. But him, I feel like it's all the same people. Honestly, I not even to be controversial, but I have had like conversations with people, and I mean, you got like what's his name? It's like R&B.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
I know what
saying?
I'm talking about. He just
Yeah,
made a song
yeah,
called
yeah.
Texas. Yeah,
I
yeah.
just I met him not that long ago with my dog Fish, because they had a song together. They shot a video. So that was my first time meeting him. But other than him, I really can't tell you um any like younger like up and coming artists, bro. Because it's not that I don't pay attention to it, but nothing has really caught my eye. You
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah, nah.
I
I'm
don't
I'm
know,
with you,
bro.
man. I'm R&B FOMA. There we go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. FOMA, yeah.
Nah, I'm right there with you, man. I like I said, I'm a lyricist type of guy. That's most of the music I listen to, and that's what I'm just that's what I listen to, man. So if it's somebody within the city
Mm-hmm.
that I had to say, I think I don't know if you ever heard of him. He's drawing a blank. Chris Waters.
Chris White, that
Uh,
sounds familiar.
I think that was he. He's make music, and I'm like, fuck, dog. It's pretty good.
You from here?
I believe so.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna listen
So
to it.
he makes I think more towards it's rap music, but he talks a lot about God,
Mhm.
which is kind of cool too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think him and I think that's all I'm thinking about right now. I mean, he's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Shit, I want to ask you.
Before you say that though,
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
got shout out, the main people like Ja, Fish, Reek, you know, the guys who been doing this for a while. Shout out Mateo, bro. A lot of people like they I ain't gonna say they forgot about Mateo, but I really respect Mateo a lot, bro. Like Mateo was probably the first Mateo's son, he was probably the first person to really give me like a feature that I was like, okay, this is hard, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he ain't have to give me a feature. You know what I'm saying? I kind of reached out to him, not even knowing him, and ever since then, like we've been cool. I haven't seen my boy lately, but you the goat, you the goat.
Yeah, he's gonna. Hopefully, he sees this, man. And I had him on my podcast. I want to say like 23,
Mm-hmm.
and that was 3 years in the fucking making. Because ever since I started I work with him at Bush's,
Mm-hmm.
and ever since, I mean, I wasn't in their clique, but I just knew the stuff that they were making.
Yeah,
Whenever they're, he was making music. Whenever they had like, I think it was called the Healthy Brand. Whenever they had like, it was just a whole movement that I think that whole crew
mm-hmm.
was doing, and that shit was dope to me. But whenever I started the podcast, I was like, I want this dude on here just because I know the music he was making and the music he has been making. So it was so dope. I was gonna say something about him, but I totally fucking forgot.
Pioneer,
Uh,
man.
yeah, Pioneer for sure. I wanted to ask you some rapid questions, man.
Mm-hmm.
These are just questions that I always like to end with or start with. Get personal. You don't have to get personal.
Yeah,
It's totally up to you.
let's do it.
But as far as you right now, 1 through 10, what would you rate yourself as physically, mentally, and spiritually?
Physically, I'm low key washed, but I say about a 7 physically.
Why would you say a 7? What do you mean wash? We getting
Cause
old
I
or
used
we
to be
just
a hooper, man.
yeah, yeah.
Like, and I haven't hooped. That used to be just my life. Like, you know what I'm saying, basketball. But when you get grown and you got,
You got shit.
bills to pay and all that, like
Yeah.
that's how it be. But yeah, I say about a 7 physically. Mentally, you have your days, you know. This restaurant stressed me out, but I feel blessed. I'm in a good space in my life. So I say mentally about a 8. I say about an 8.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, we all have our days. You say, all right, physically, mentally, and what else?
Spiritually.
Spiritually. I can't really say. Um, yeah, I can't really give you a number on spiritually, honestly, man, because maybe my work has been kind of consuming my life, which is no excuse, but I don't know. I talk to God every day, man. Um, I talk to him like we having a conversation right now. Like
Yeah.
I just be in the car talking. I know people probably be looking at me like I'm crazy, like look at this nigga talking to himself, but I don't know. I feel like that's not good enough for me at the moment, but I feel like it helps. It helps a lot just to have that alone time where I can get my thoughts out and pray and stuff like that. So I mean, it's enough to me.
Nah, and I think it's the way to go because I think most people when I ask spiritually or when they think of being spiritual, going to church on Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
just being heavily into that space, right?
Yeah.
But I think for me, and this is just recent because my whole journey with faith and being spiritual just recently happened. But I'm the same way, man. I don't talk out loud, but I don't know if that's what you
Mm-hmm.
meant earlier. But it's all in my head, right? So
Yeah.
I'm all doing it up here, and that's what I do. I do it damn near 3 times a day. I try to work. I don't physically go to church, but I try to watch it online
Mm-hmm.
every Sunday. So that's how I kind of stay tapped into that. But one of my friends told me he's like, man, if you can't even make it to church, just kind of do the daily habits of being spiritual, right? So the
Yeah.
praying and all that. So he told me he's like, if you do that every single day, I mean, I would rather you have do that than not do it and
Yeah.
then go
Just
to
not
church
do
on
it at
Sunday
all.
because then
Mm-hmm.
you're just going for what at that point. So
Yeah. Join just to go,
yeah,
bro.
but shit, dog. Damn, good ass conversation, free flowing. Uh,
Yes, sir.
anything you want to say? Anything you want to plug before we get up out of here?
I got some music coming soon. It's probably gonna be a 2-pack. I know it's been a minute since I dropped because I just been so busy, man, with life. I'm rapping as good as ever. I always say that though. I always say I got, this is
Yeah.
my best work. But nah, I'm constantly rapping as good as I can and come to the Bussinbreakfast. That's it.
Fire. Fucking fire.
That's it.
Um, first off, I just want to thank you for coming. Sound hella busy. I would assume you fucking busy as fuck with the restaurant. So I appreciate you coming, man. I know we were trying to get some scheduling down for a minute, but
Yeah.
finally got it. You're here, dog. Yeah, Bussin' Breakfast. Where can people find you as far as socials?
On Instagram and Facebook for the Bussinbreakfast. That's it.
Yeah.
All one word. We do brunch on Sundays at Midnight Swim. Shout out my boy John Michael. 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. every Sunday as of late. And then Khali the King, Instagram, X, Twitter, whatever you call it, TikTok. I've been on TikTok a little more lately. I used to hate TikTok, bro.
Same here, dog.
But yeah, Khali the King everywhere.
I think I hated TikTok just because there's so many eyes within a short amount of time, man. But yeah, appreciate you, dog. I always say this to every guest just because it means a lot to me for you to actually come here, take your time out of the day. But if there's anything you need from me, but if you ever need anything from me, I'm definitely me and her are gonna try out Bussin' Breakfast. But yeah, just let me know, dog. If you're still watching, I appreciate you. Do me a huge favor, follow the guy. If you want to follow me, if you want to follow the podcast, it's all gonna be in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you on the next episode. Peace.